It looks like I'm live. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Cottis, helping single mom entrepreneurs automate their business. Welcome to tonight's Facebook Live, and the topic is, in fact, on automation. So automate, hashtag like a boss. There is a handout that you can get with this topic. So don't worry about taking notes, just enjoy. I'm going to post the link in the comments down below. And yeah, so enjoy. Okay, so automate like a boss. So last time I went into some profit models and things that you could do online to earn additional income. This topic is a little bit different, and it's where you can take some simple action to get you automating right away, or to clear your plate. So what I want to do tonight is to help you identify the first and most simplest or urgent things you can do to automate right now. So what does automation mean? Let's talk about that for a second. They're both concrete, and I'm going to read a little bit here because I have a nice list. I have about 9 things I want to go through with you. But so they're both concrete and abstract things you can do to clear the clutter from your business or your life so that you can focus more on your zone of genius. So I don't know if you've heard that term before, but the idea of the zone of genius, things that you truly love to do, that you're good at, that you'd rather do. So basically clearing your plate so that you can allow for more time for you to do those things. It's also about getting out of the muck that is wasting your time and also blocking your energy and your creativity. So I love that. So when all these other things maybe bring you down, it's nice to kind of clear things out and maybe get things more happening more automatic for you, or just sort of removed from the situation. So it can not only help you reorganize your business so that you have a fuller life, but can also really help you launch your business and take it to the next level. Okay, so I've got 9 things that I'm going to recommend that are really simple things that you can do. So the first one is listen to audio or podcasts while you multitask. So the car is a really great place if you commute. That's my favorite place to do it. I will pop in some audio, like a podcast or whatever, if I'm doing like household chores at home, anything to kind of keep you plugged in, get you inspired, and keep your creative juices going while we're kind of juggling some of our other demands. The second one is outsourcing household tasks. And this one is interesting to me because I think a while ago I posted in a mom's group and I said, well, share some of your time-saving tricks with me. And a lot of women went to the place of, oh, well, spending 8 hours on a Sunday meal prepping, it saves me a ton of time throughout the week. Well, so I would say outsource some of these things. Like maybe it means doing the click and collect with your superstore, so you can order your groceries online and just pick it up at the door and go. And maybe that's a time-saving thing. I know for myself, I'll buy some pre-made meals just to throw in the freezer, so to save time on the actual larger meal prep. Hiring a house cleaner for a few bucks a month could be a total lifesaver. Might sound expensive, but it might also be worth it if you can use that to leverage earning an income somewhere else. So that was number 2. That's outsourcing household tasks. Or it could also be like asking someone, or asking someone else for help. A kid on the block to shovel your driveway, or ordering pizza every Friday night, just something that's sort of automatic and habitual to lighten the load a little bit. Okay, that was number 2. Number 3, establish a daily self-care routine. So this one, I think it's a really great way to kick off your day. So I would say do it in the morning, and it doesn't have to be big. And in fact, I would say make it small, like small, simple, achievable, whether it's like a 5-minute routine in the morning, a 10-minute routine. It could just be sitting back and enjoying whatever your coffee and quiet time. It could be a morning meditation or affirmations, just some kind of small self-care ritual. It could be a 10-minute run on the treadmill, just something small, but that's automatic and that you can consistently do every day. Number 4 is up level to make more. So I really like this one. So when thinking about up leveling to make more, what I would offer is to determine where you can charge more in your business so you can spend less time for the same income, and by maybe adding more value to your offering. So, and another way you can do this is up leveling to make more. Another way to do this is say you don't have if it's appropriate for your business to have a recurring payment system rather than say having to ask for a credit card every month if that's what your system is. But what you'll find is that accepting payment is easier, it's consistent, and then over the long run or even short term, you probably earn more in the period, so, or in the quarter. And maybe it means restructuring your offerings and your billing frequency. So things like that you can kind of put some systems into place. Number 5, automate your marketing by establishing a system. Like maybe it's a social media schedule if you don't already have one, or maybe it's getting an autoresponder for your emails. So that's a nice little automation trick you can do. Or not, it's not even a trick. I think it's kind of, it's pretty regular, standard practice. Number 6, establish or clean up a business system. So maybe you need a filing system for your bookkeeping or your expenses. If you don't have a system in place, establish one, spend the time to do it. It becomes automatic once it's established. So for me, I have actually had a hard time doing this for myself. So I hired someone to come in, get my system set up, and it was probably the best. I think I spent $300 for someone to come into my home and organize my filing cabinet, label everything, have a system for my billing, a system for keeping my client files in place, my creative work, all that. So it was so worth it. And I did that maybe 6 years ago, and I still have that same system running for me. And it was a really great idea. So establish a business system. Number 7, repurpose your work or your content. So think about creating something with low overhead that you can offer repeatedly, or that you can repeatedly benefit from while adding a ton of value for your clients or customers. So that might be like, say for example, this particular video, I put it in the private Facebook group. It'll be on my YouTube group. This particular topic on automation, I'll probably reuse or use some of the same content and do a podcast with. Emails and blogs and things like that. You can kind of repurpose some of the content, and that's a really great, efficient, automated way to work with your content. So number 8 and 9, they're a little bit more about relationships. So number 8 is declutter your work relationships. Okay, so this is, I think about choosing your ideal client and asking who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with, and noticing your energy around that. So I don't know if you notice that when you are working with the people that you really want to work with, that the energy flows and it just feels kind of easy and nice, and you're in the flow with your work. And if you're working with people that, well, you don't really want to work with so much, that it sort of stops you in your place, and the flow just quite isn't there, or the enjoyability of it isn't quite there. Maybe you can hand off some of your clients or customers to someone else, like maybe for a referral or a commission. And maybe there are some relationships that are just draining you, and if that's the case, then set some boundaries. Number 9, are there relationships that you need to pay more attention to? So, and if that's the case, then, and when in terms of paying more attention to who gives you energy, what kind of relationships are energy giving? So I would say block off time or schedule them and work them into, say, your monthly schedule or your quarterly schedule or whatever it is. I know for myself, if I, when I'm in my rhythm of my business, if I don't, say, block off one full weekend for some kind of, family event or some kind of, I guess, a getaway where it's really all about personal and not about business, then I find I kind of get behind in my business. So that, like, blocking that special time off really rejuvenates me so that I can do better in my business. So notice some of the things that, or activities, maybe it's even like running or doing races or going to the gym, or, well, gym should be more consistent, maybe, I don't know, but just some kind of activity that is energy giving, and and maybe a group of people that you like to hang out with, going on a retreat, taking a trip, a weekend trip somewhere, really getting grounded and reconnected with the people that you love is the point. So with that, those are 9 automation tips. Again, I'm going to post links where you can grab a handout, and some of these are outlined. Well, actually, they're all outlined for you in that handout. And I hope you enjoyed this live, and we will see you next time. Again, I'm Jennifer Cottis, helping single mom entrepreneurs automate their business, and have a great night.